Hey, how you doing, listeners? This is Universa. This is another episode of Speedrun the podcast, and today we're talking the bear, the most accurate uh, representation of Italian culture on streaming right now. And I have a non-Italian person with me to talk the bear. Welcome to the show, Terence. How you
Hello,
doing?
hey Gene. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, it's good to have you back. The last one episode you were on. I think it was the Evangelion one way back when.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
I'm sure it had to be Ava related.
yeah, I think so. Yeah, but yeah, man, it's good to have you on again. How you
Yeah,
doing?
pretty good, I don't have the AC on for the first time in a long time, and it's not that hot, so I'm pretty
Oh, okay.
happy.
Yeah, it's supposed to be hot a week from now, but yeah. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, Terrence, do you want to tell us a little about yourself? For any listeners, that just been a while since you've been on here.
Yeah, so yeah, I do PR, marketing in the gaming industry. Aside from that, I'm in a band, chiptune band called Here
Hmm.
Between You and Me. We make
Nice.
like 8-bit music. I play keys and I sing. Other than that, I'm into video games. I like
Evangelion.
music. Yeah, I love Evangelion. It's my favorite anime of all time. Um,
Uh-huh.
Recently got into something called solo journaling, which is like
Hmm.
if you're into tabletop RPG, solo journaling is like a form of tabletop where it involves you writing prompts
Okay.
in a journal that are basically dictated by either pulling a card from a 52 card deck or rolling a dice. And it's pretty interesting. It's more like a writing exercise than it is a like an RPG. But there are
Hmm.
some games out there, some solo journaling games that are like very like tabletop RPG heavy. So
Okay.
it's been a fun kind of hobby in getting into. So
No, yeah, no, that's cool. I love you have like such like cool interests, sometimes. Like, yeah, with all the animes and just like talking Simpsons references with you, you know.
yeah.
Yeah. Very eclectic, you know.
Oh, thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Likewise.
No, of course, yeah. Quote any Simpsons episode from the first 10 seasons with you. You probably
What
know.
is this bizarro world?
Yeah. But yeah, man, it's good to have you on. It's good to talk the bear. I love this
Yeah,
show. I think you love this show too.
I love it. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, should I just give my general thoughts about the
Yeah,
show
yeah, we
or?
could talk about it. We're not on the timer yet.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, like, yeah, it's one of those shows where it's just like I'm not like I'm not really a smoker, but like I can understand why like Carmi smoked so much throughout
Oh
the
yeah.
first like two seasons. And like it's just such like an intense like I don't know if you have any trauma in your life or you have any if you have a family that is let's be real, if you have like a family that's like I don't know, like big and loud. And I come from like a big, like
Mhm.
that Filipino family. Like any of I guess you can say any of like the big Catholic families. So if you come from a
Yes.
big, like a family that's like huge, and usually Catholic families are huge,
Mhm.
and which is evidenced in the Seven Fishes
Oh yeah.
um
Hmm.
episode.
Hmm.
Like, yeah, you're gonna have really like big, loud gatherings, and
Yeah.
that can devolve into like big, loud arguments or yeah. So I mean, there's always like lots of fun stuff that pops up in the show involving trauma, like
Hmm.
money and abuse
Yeah.
and stuff like that. So yeah, it's a crazy show, but it's really good. It's like
Yeah.
one of the things that I enjoy. Like I try to binge like most shows that I lock into, but like with the bear, I'm like, okay, I gotta like microdose it. Like
Oh yeah.
I
I
I
go through
can't
those
like I
episodes.
yeah. I want to blast through it, but it's like it's too emotionally like
Hmm.
captivating for me.
Yeah. It takes a lot out of you, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a great show. I agree with you on every single point. And yeah, love the bear. Carmi is a good sad boy, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah. But yeah, it's a good show. Anyone should watch it. It's on Hulu. I guess we'll get a new season soon, but we're on season three. And
Hmm.
yeah, I guess we'll talk about it. But Terrence, just kind of lay down the rules. Just go over this. So basically, this is a speed run of an actual episode. So we have talking points, questions that I gave to you before this, but I'll reiterate it when we're recording here. But you'll have 10 minutes to possibly make it through all these talking points.
Okay.
And yeah, no one has done this so far in 5 episodes. So maybe you might be the first. But yeah, I'll have a timer. It'll buzz when the 10 minutes are up. But yeah, unless
Are
you
you
have.
going to you
Mhm.
gonna ask each question as they go on, or am I have do I have to reference
Oh
the
no, yeah, I'm gonna like,
anything?
oh yeah, I'm gonna like
Okay,
say it
cool.
to you, like read it. Yeah, state it, and we'll go right into it. Yeah, just
Cool.
we'll talking through this with you. So yeah, unless you have any other questions, I'll start the timer.
Yeah, let's go for it.
All right, let's do it. And one, two, three, and it's going. All right. So what was your first impression of the bear when it came out?
Very accurate depiction of toxic toxic chef culture.
Okay.
I'm a big fan of Kitchen Confidential and Medium Raw by Anthony Bourdain.
Oh, okay.
So I know what it's like. I mean, I don't personally know what it's like to work the line, but
Mhm.
knowing the depiction of the show, it's just like, wow, this is fast paced, this is crazy, it's toxic, it's loud. It seems like it's accurate. I know it's heightened, but it's a pretty impressive depiction of like that style of I guess culinary world, I guess.
Yeah, yeah. It seems like it's very like you know, as accurate as it could be. I'm sure like there's some stylization, but it's
Hmm.
yeah, it really depicts it well from what I heard.
Definitely.
Yeah. And in the kitchen, I have a lot of characters, but who's your favorite character on the bear and why?
Yeah, I really like Marcus because
Oh,
he's like a
okay.
gentle soul. He's he's really creative. He kind of he's like he's a sad boy in himself and in itself because
Hmm.
like he's dealing with his mom being sick. He has the pressures of excelling at the bear, but in the beginning it was kind of a hard for him because he was just getting into desserts and pastries.
Hmm.
Um, but it was great seeing him get a chance to grow and develop when he got to go to what was it?
Copenhagen.
Copenhagen. Yeah, to learn how to um to learn how to do pastries there. And he's a really good character because like you get to see his growth over the three scenes, but it's very subtle. I think Marcus is a the actor is a very good actor because he came from Loiter Squad from the Odd
Oh,
Future
yeah, I
rap
love
group, which
this.
is
I love that show.
insane. Yeah,
Hmm.
it's insane like his growth as an actor from
Yeah,
that all the way to the bear.
dark show.
So yeah, I would say Marcus is definitely my favorite character.
Yeah, no, it's a good choice. I love Marcus. Uh, and there's been a lot of needle drops in the show, especially this season. Was there
Mhm.
any song in particular that you really enjoyed?
Yeah, it's funny because it's the OG song, I would say. I grew up as like an emo slash hardcore kid, listening to punk and stuff. So when I heard Refused's New Noise
Hmm.
pop out, like right when Dennis, the lead singer, when he just goes, gotta scream, and it's like all hell breaks loose. I
Yeah.
love that. I love that part in the song. And I think it plays maybe twice in the first season and maybe another time in the third. I'm not sure. I think it plays again in the third season. Um, it's such an amazing. But like other than that, like I do like. I think his name is Bruce Horn, something Horn. It's the song that's in the beginning of season two that opens.
Hmm.
It has like a nice little piano intro.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Not
yeah,
sure.
that's a really good song too.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I
It's a very
remember that
Chicago
one.
song.
Yeah, it's Chicago coach all over. Speaking of that, what is your favorite Italian dish? This is just like not related to the show.
It's
Just in general.
pizza.
It's
Definitely
pizza.
pizza.
Oh, okay.
Second would be spaghetti. Third would probably be gnocchi or risotto.
Oh, okay. Good choices.
Thank you.
Yeah. And season three, we finally see the restaurant done in
Yeah.
motion. No soft opening. It's fully open. Do you think the Bear is a good restaurant in like the scenes that you've seen, like the service or yeah,
Yeah, I mean like if you don't like count the last episode and like whatever you
the
may take
review?
away from
Sure.
Carmi's flashback or of possibly seeing the review,
Hmm.
it's not really specifically confirmed yet. I would say that the Bear is a good restaurant. I do think that him and what's her name? Sydney, like they both have chops.
Yeah,
And so whatever they make would be good. I do think that Richie probably holds down the fort in terms of managing the floor.
yeah, cousin. Yeah.
Yeah, and like the facts and everything, but I don't know. I think in general it's a good restaurant. I don't know how the critics would feel, but I feel like if I went there and I got sat down by Richie, he seems
Hmm.
like he has pretty good customer service persona.
Yeah.
I feel like the food looks like it's generally good. I feel like I would enjoy my experience there.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know if it'll go Michelin star, but it seems like, it's a good fine dining experience.
Yeah.
Yeah. At Comic-Con they had it there on
Oh,
site, but I couldn't go in, so I'll never know.
uh
All right. But did the cameos work for you this season? We had a lot. John Cena was one of them.
yeah, that was wild. John Cena's supposed to be like the fourth FAC
Yeah,
appearance, or
yeah. One of the brothers or uncles, or he's
yeah.
one of the brothers, but yeah, they have a lot of.
I think he's like a cousin, I think, right? Or
No,
one,
he's
he's just
like
one of the facts.
he's their brother. Yeah, he's
Oh,
their,
okay.
yeah,
That was a good one. I did enjoy seeing the actual chefs, and I think
yeah.
the was it the last episode?
Hmm.
I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong. I think they had the Milk Bar. I think is it Milk Bar chef on there?
Yes,
She's pretty famous. It was cool seeing them just interact with each other. Um, just kind of like uh I don't know what you would call it. It does kind of break the fourth wall a bit because it feels like you're watching a documentary.
yeah,
But seeing the chefs interact with each other amongst these actors and knowing like, wow, these actors, if the dialogue wasn't specifically scripted, I wonder what the actors are thinking. And if they're
yeah,
holding their own in the conversation, that's like
yeah,
acting like Olympics right there, or gymnastics, or just really trying to hold their own with these like with these like giants in their industry.
yeah, yeah, yeah. No, it was a good scene. So I think the cameos worked. Yeah.
Mhm.
Uh, I guess that goes into the season finale. Did the bear get a good or bad review? Because just in your opinion.
I think the bear itself, like the restaurant itself, probably got a good review, but they probably criticized Carmi a lot, and
Mm,
that's probably going to affect him mentally
yeah,
in the
it's even
next
worse.
season.
Hmm.
Yeah, it seems like maybe like mental health, I mean, I'm just saying like this probably like guessing, but like bad mental health, like what he was outputting, people might think that, like you have to be a tortured artist to output anything good. But in Carmi's sake, like him being a tortured artist probably isn't good for his
No,
art. So who knows? Maybe what he was putting out was maybe rushed,
yeah,
because he was changing the menu every single day.
every
So.
day. Crazy, crazy sauce there.
Mhm.
Yeah. Is Carmi a bad person?
He's not a bad person. No. I don't think that. I mean, Carmi was just kind of in end of season two. He was continuing sort of the cycle of abuse when he blew up on Claire Bear and Richie.
Yeah.
Basically, like he couldn't handle the pressure of being, of opening his new restaurant, and that's because he was basically abused by the Joel McHale character.
Hmm.
Like people think that like you can get greatness from having really high standards and being really strict in the workplace, but for Carmi it really messed with his mental health. He said he was like he couldn't sleep, and he was having, it looks like he's chain smoking all the time.
Yeah. He's trying to quit.
It's Yeah, he's trying to quit in the third season.
Yeah.
So I I mean, I think what his behavior in the end of the second season, and a little bit in the beginning of third season, a lot of that stuff is forgivable. I think that like if he can find a way to make amends with even Richie, because even they're kind of still in a weird place. If he can make amends with Claire, and smooth it over, I think everything will be good for him.
Hmm.
But it doesn't make him a bad person. Everyone's dealing with some kind of trauma or pain, and I don't think that means that, because you have bad mental health doesn't mean you're a bad person.
Yeah. No, that's a good answer. I would agree with that. Do you think the season went nowhere? Because that was a big criticism.
I think people who say that have never experienced like plotless cinema. I mean, that's something I loved. Being like a try-hard like cinemaphile when I was like 20, I was like, oh, I love like plotless movies,
Yeah,
cinema verite,
yeah,
just seeing nothing really happen on screen
hmm
and just letting it breathe, being very meditative.
yeah,
And that stuff I eat up. Like I love that kind of stuff in movies. So like seeing a whole season dedicated to just letting stuff breathe and letting characters not necessarily develop, but just kind of deal with stuff quietly.
yeah,
And seeing all these cool flashbacks of I think Tina.
hmm
Um, I know we got to see other people's past as well. It
yeah,
was just kind of cool seeing it play out on screen. There doesn't have to be story or plot.
yeah,
Things can just happen on screen and we can enjoy that. I think that's okay. I think that's fine.
yeah. No, I think
And
so
as long as
too.
people enjoy it, then I think there's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah. Would you hang out with Cousin Richie?
Dude, I would. I would definitely go to a bar or like wait, is Cousin Richie sober now? I don't
Oh,
remember.
yeah, I think so. And that's a timer. So you got
Uh
to question 10 out of 13.
oh wow.
You're going on 11, so that's really good. So, yeah. I think I think someone got to 12, so you almost
Oh
tied the
wow.
record. So,
Second place. Heck
second
yeah.
place. There you
Second
go.
place.
Yeah.
Second place.
But yeah, no, it's yeah, so I was just gonna end to wrap up that question. I would hang out with Cousin Richie too. So,
Yeah, he seems really fun. He's just doing his best to
yeah.
be a good dad.
Yeah, he yeah, he's like a good dad. I mean, I don't know why he divorces or the what him and his wife split up, but sometimes that happens. People fall out of love and he's gonna that's one of my favorite characters and Forks is
Yeah.
great. So yeah, good guy.
That
But
was
yeah.
fun.
Yeah, it was fun. Yeah, I know it's just like, it's fun to like, it's not the where you get to, it's like the journey. So
Yeah.
yeah, the journey. So, but yeah, this was talking the bear. So yeah, it was good to have you on. Any kind of like final last words on the bear before we kind of wrap up here?
Yeah, one of my friends on Twitter, or sorry, on Facebook, they did mention like, oh, like, um, and I don't know if you have any like listeners are like into punk or hardcore. They
Uh-huh.
said like the Bear is very like hardcore coded.
Hmm.
Um, and they mentioned because of Matty Matheson, and
Oh yeah.
I think Matty was part of like his local music scene, and also they keep playing that Refuse song, so it's
Yeah.
there. And Chicago does have its own pretty big hardcore scene. Like
Mm-hmm.
little do people know, like Fall Out Boy came out of that scene,
Oh, no, I didn't. I did
which is
not.
kind of funny. Um, but like yeah, there is sort of like a vague like DIY punk rock kind of like um ethos or like kind of like aesthetic to the bear, which kind of comes out in a lot of like I guess like the characters. Everyone's very like
Mm-hmm.
dealing with family stuff. Everyone's dealing with like just very like heavy emotions and
Yeah.
people are dealing with like sobriety and stuff like
Yeah.
that,
Yeah.
substance abuse. So um which are kind of things that come up in like punk rock. So yeah, I kind of get it. I feel like yeah, there is some sort of like there's something more like edgy to the bear. That it's edgier than I see in other shows. Other shows where like that are violent and or like gory or something. There's something just a little bit more like uneasy or like it makes me feel uneasy when watching the bear sometimes because it's just
Yeah.
too real, I
It
guess.
kind of is. Yeah, kind of is. Yeah. It's, it's very much like, very personable and yeah, I really relate to it. That's why a lot of people relate to it, I would imagine too.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, no, well said. Well said.
Thank you.
Yeah. But yeah, I guess that was the bear. Terrence, you were a great guest, good contestant.
Oh, thank
But
you.
yeah, almost got there, but we definitely have to have you back on at some point to talk something else. But
Definitely. It was fun.
yeah, anything you want to promote or social media or anything?
Nothing really. If you want, you can find me on Twitter at Terence James. That's
Hmm
TERENCE James, or my band on Twitter at HBYM Band.
hmm
HBYM stands for Here Between You Me. We might be coming out with some new stuff soon, so
Oh,
check
cool.
that out. It's been a
Yeah.
while. Finally, it's been like maybe like 8 years since we've ever released anything new.
Oh,
So yeah,
okay.
so looking forward to
Comeback.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, man. Yeah, listen to some of your tracks on Spotify. I'd really recommend whatever users to check it out. So yeah,
Awesome.
yeah. But thanks Terrence for being on. You can find me on social media, G9892. You can find the podcast out the Waffle Press Podcast on Instagram, at the Waffle Press on Twitter, or on Spotify, iTunes, SoundCloud, and YouTube. Please like, share, subscribe, even if there's something you don't like. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. We've been professionally unprofessional.